list of hire equipment, you can add items to the contract. Click Select Equipment and Tools. At this point, you can choose to select equipment from your existing hire fleet, or select from the catalogue if you intend to purchase the equipment and then hire it. Cross-hiring catalogue equipment is covered in another video. The colour coding helps you view any outstanding actions against the equipment items, which may need to be resolved before the equipment is put on hire. Red denotes an overdue service, amber indicates an open service job, yellow means a service is due, and green shows an open repair job. You can use the toggles to show just equipment available for hire. You can include tools and include any equipment currently on hire. This is useful for planning your forward schedules. You can use the filters and keyword searches as normal to narrow your search. Now you can tick the radio buttons next to the items you wish to add and click Select. You can now enter the details for this item. Add the date that you want to add it to the contract, select the site ID, select a rate duration, and then set the hire rate. The hire rate is the rate per rate duration. Enter an end date if required. If you set an end date, that is the last date the equipment item will be invoiced for. The date due back is based on the contract period for fixed term contracts. Please note, this means that invoicing will stop at this date. If you extend any fixed term contracts, be sure to edit the date back field to ensure your invoicing continues. Now select a status for the equipment to assume when the contract is raised. In equipment movement, moves to site automatically means that when the contract is created, the item is automatically added to the customer site in the system. This means no internal paperwork is created. Move to site manually allows you to raise internal transfer paperwork. The invoice frequency is populated from the invoice section filled out earlier in the contract. You can add a weekly predicted clock hours value and an excess hourly rate. The excess rate will be charged on any hours above the predicted rate. Finally, you can add a minimum charge. This charge only comes into effect if invoicing is set to charge per equipment. The minimum charge will be used if the calculated invoice value falls under the minimum charge. Repeat the process for all items of equipment you have added to the contract and then click Save.